here we are. It is the No Limits Music Show right here from the one and only DUFF'S in Brooklyn. I am Roger Clark.
I'm Angelina DelCarmen.
I am Jö Schüftan.
And we got a great show tonight, and the theme really is Sweden, because we are celebrating the new record release from Dark Tranquillity.
That's right, I get to interview their singer Mike, who's flown all the way from Sweden for me to interview him.
Just for you.
Yeah. Okay, maybe and also for this and a world tour.
Oh yeah, that is pretty amazing. And plus we get to see some music from them, of course, but also not only from, we gotta say, we're gonna veer away from Sweden for a bit with some American idiots, including, of course, the one and only Green Day with a cool performance.
A live performance. We also have the brand new badass Testament video and the new Dark Tranquillity video, because we figured if they're here hanging out with us, we gotta show them some love.
Right, and we're gonna, well, of course, as always, yap about all the latest music news, which I always love. That's my favorite part, because obviously you guys probably know at this point, I like to talk.
No.
You're a talker.
Yeah, I do. I talk.
Well, let's do it, guys. Give me a drink.
Yeah, beer first.
Yeah,
Then talk.
I have nothing.
Beer, then talk.
Beer,
At DUFF'S.
vodka, let's go.
And this entire episode is dedicated to Leonard Cohen, R.I.P.
What's up, Rock presents the No Limits Music Show.
All right, so as we do every single time, we're going to talk about the latest in music news here on the No Limits Music Show. And of course, how can we not start with the brand new record from Metallica? Oh my
Out
God.
now.
This is amazing.
Right now,
Right
it's
now.
out for you to enjoy it.
Right.
In times that people need
The question
aggressive
is,
music,
how do you get it? Do you go to a record store? No, probably not. Well, you could.
you should go to a record store or
Yes,
order
go to a
online.
record store.
You know, they're cool internet packages that they put together because Metallica knows how to sell
Yeah,
records.
they're kind of, well, yeah, they've been doing that for a while. But yeah, this is really exciting. And, you know, it's getting really a lot of good buzz. I mean, even Dave, our editor, kind of thinks it's okay. And he's so negative about Metallica most of the time.
We're not going to talk about Napster.
Napster? What's that?
Yeah.
That's like Bell Telephone. Come on. Like, well, it's cool. Angelina, you're psyched, right?
I don't know. How about the mastering? Do they
Is
fuck
that
that
another
up again?
Is that another band, The Mastering? Who's it?
They're another band that likes to get crazy
I
with
love
the
those
mastering.
guys. Are they British, right? Yeah.
They're like mastered it as loud as freaking possible
Yeah.
last time.
No,
The Magnetic was loud as hell, but I loved it. This one has a lot more dynamics. They try different production elements. It's cool. It's really cool.
But face it, at this point, look, Metallica is one of those bands, and I would throw them in the same category right at this point as Bruce Springsteen, U2, even like, I'm going to go crazy here, Paul McCartney. If they tour, people are coming.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whether the album is good or bad, they're coming because they're gonna hear some old stuff.
Yeah.
And they may be pissed when they hear the new stuff, but they're going because they want to hear some of the old stuff. And that's it. Metallica has gotten to that point where they're at that level where they're going to draw a crowd. And I'm talking about stadiums. So that's it. The case closed, right?
And I'm pretty sure very soon over at Metallica.com they'll be announcing some tour dates all over the world. And I'm going to go see them, you know, because,
Yeah, I'm with you.
you know, it's
Take
Metallica.
me with you, buddy.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, yes.
Dropped a new album unannounced a la Beyonce. And it didn't do as well as the Beyonce one.
Well,
did.
yeah, you know, I mean, come on, you know.
They're not Beyonce.
It's not easy. I mean, you know, it's fun to make. Oh, let's surprise everybody. When you're Beyonce,
Right.
look, times have changed, okay? Pop music is, you know, in the 80s, believe it or not, so I'm 49. When in the 80s, if Poison released a single, it would be a top 10 hit.
Absolutely.
That does not work anymore. Metal is not top 10, so Beyonce has an edge on stuff like that. Nice try, guys, but and more power to them for trying. But,
Absolutely.
you know, maybe they'll rethink it next time. I don't know.
I think it's going to be one of those that's going to build up a lot of momentum. I got to
Yeah,
check
it's
out
still
the
gonna sell
album.
records. I mean, come on, yeah.
What were your thoughts?
I really liked it, actually. I mean, there were some moments where I felt like they were the same old Avenged Sevenfold, but then there's some elements. They had some, like, horns in there, and some strings, and some piano, and a little Spanish guitar, which I liked.
I like Spanish guitar. A la de la tierra.
Oh,
La
yeah.
Tierra.
They have a brand new album.
Nice segue, sir.
Their second album called 2 out right now. They work with Ross Robinson over in Venice Beach. Great vibe. And, you know, Ross is obviously an amazing producer. He's worked with a lot of bands. But for him, and he said it, that it was such a pleasure to work with this group of Latino musicians that are known all over the world. But in Latin America, if they go anywhere, they're like, oh my God. As you're talking about McCartney, it's kind of like, oh my God, these guys are like huge idols of people out there. They've helped a lot of the youth out there, you know, with their bands such as obviously Sepultura with Andreas Kisser. And the cool thing about Andreas, with Sepultura, he never really sings in Portuguese, maybe here and there. And with La Tierra, he gets more of those parts. And he has a great singing voice. So, Andreas, if you're watching this, I would love to see you doing some more music in Portuguese because it's just badass.
And along the lines of bands that internationally know, Lamb of God, nice gesture and a nice tribute to a fan.
The Duke.
The Duke who succumbed to cancer. Very sad, you know.
Yeah, very sad.
But good job on their part. We interviewed Randy, cool dude, and you wouldn't expect anything less from a guy like that.
And I'm sure he was very behind the whole, like, all this, do this, do that, you know. Let's use our international image to create awareness, raise some funds, you know. And obviously, if you're familiar with leukemia, usually people need a bone marrow transplant. How do you become a donor? It's not that hard, you know. Sometimes they have in music venues, they have, you know, right there and then they just put a, what do you call that? Where they take DNA from your cheek.
Cheek swab.
Yeah, one of those, and that's it. And then you're in it.
Right, very
you could
cool
save
stuff.
somebody's life. And of course, it's somebody saved their golf from Behemoth's life just like that. So definitely check out the Duke and support Lamb of God's campaign because it's definitely a worthy cause.
And we got a great metal event coming right here to our hometown in New York City, the Webster Hall. This is pretty amazing because in the past it's been out in LA, right?
Yeah, it used to be the Golden Gods Awards. Now they're known as the Revolver Music Awards. And as you said, they're coming to our home tour for the first time at Webster Hall. Here in the city is going to be the party of the year for sure. Megadeth is headlining.
Wow.
Dave Mustaine and Jose Mangin from Liquid Metal are, you know, hosting the event. It's going to be a good time.
Right. And finally, the last time we were at Webster Hall was for Madball, and they got a new record coming out soon. That's pretty cool stuff, huh, Angelina?
It's in the works.
I'm glad you guys are excited about Madball.
Yeah!
We got to bring you to a Madball show.
Well, yeah.
I have not been to a Madball show, I'll admit.
See, that's our mission. That's a mission. You got to come.
Okay.
You gotta, you
I mean, I know
enjoy
that
it.
they're heavy.
No, we know you love to rock, and you would really enjoy them. And looking forward to some new stuff from them. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a reason why both Korn and Limp Bizkit brought them with them to the UK. You know, they're like, hey, come with us, because they know Madball really brings it. It's not one of those bands that just, okay, we're gonna open the show. No, they're gonna open the show.
But we'll keep Angelina out of the pit, like, because I lost my glasses during Murphy's Law last time.
But you got him back.
I did get them back. It was embarrassing though, but it was a good story.
You couldn't see anything.
That was so fun. Yeah, I pointed to Joe and Zuli, who's behind the camera right now, and I'm like, guys, I can't see. And lucky some nice people found them. They had fallen off my head onto the stage, and
Wow.
it was a happy ending.
Your glasses were on the stage.
It was a happy Murphy's Law ending. Jimmy
It was a
Gestapo
Murphy's
will be
Law
happy.
moment.
Yeah, Jimmy.
You know, New York hardcore, always a happy ending.
Oh,
From now on, I want you to wear like prescription goggles when you go to hardcore shows.
yeah. What about that Judas Priest album that is gonna be recorded from January onwards? They're gonna take their time. They said they're probably gonna release it next year, but they won't tour until 2018. But the Priest, no album.
Yeah. And
So-
I gotta
It's
go.
awesome. They're
Done.
taking their time with writing this stuff.
And it's gonna sound a little
challenging
Well,
after being
yeah.
together for that long to write something unique. And
Well, let's make a deal. Let's do a show. Let's all go to Judas Priest. Bring Christian, your fiance. My wife, Jenny, will not be coming. She does not like
Oh,
Judas Priest.
come on.
Julie will come. Dave will come. Well, let's do a road trip. And it was
the
cool.
Priest.
Well, me and you went to Iron Maiden. We were virgins.
Yeah, we lost our virginity together.
So we should do that. We should be virgins for Priest, too.
Look at her face.
I don't think he's a priest.
Come
virgin.
on. You'll be a virgin, too. Let's go.
You're not a
Priest
priest
virgin.
virgin. You're not a priest
A
virgin.
priest virgin. Yeah, there you go.
He's lost his priest virginity.
I like that.
Yeah, we're going to get
No,
in
I
trouble.
hear it now.
Let's
hear why
get
it's
more
so
beer and cut
bad.
it off before we get in trouble.
Yeah, let's go to see what Danielle's up to here on the No Limits Music Show.
Who will decide? I live to see 1,000 moons. I am weak, I am ill, I am all with the taste for the kill. All that I've seen in the years that I possess, faces I don't recognize. Summoning the ancients with the evil that awaits, reading from the book of the dead. Sword of the gods, below the sea, I've traveled amongst the stars. I am life, I am death, I control the gates of this world. The pale king's wind condemns this world. You do it time to the end of the line. Traveling throughout this world. Falling from the skies. Shaken from the prophecy as they control your mind. The Pale King holds your fate.
And the seals of these are written herein, yet others I must take with me. The spirit of David no longer known. Anu, have mercy on my soul.
Welcome back to the No Limits Music Show. We're partying here with Dark Tranquillity, who are celebrating their new album, Automa. A great time.
Yeah, always a good time. You know, this place is always great. Obviously, Duff's is amazing in Brooklyn here. But when there's a band in the house, inside here, and they're big, well, yeah, it's always extra special. Yeah.
Extra special. And you're probably wondering, where's Angelina? She's standing by
Good
right
question.
now with Mike from Dark Tranquillity. Check it out.
Hey guys, we're here for Dark Tranquillity's listening party. We're gonna get an exclusive listen at their brand new album. I'm here with their singer, Michael. Michael, what can the fans expect to hear?
Oh, I have no idea. Something different, hopefully. Something that we've been working on for a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Nice.
Something that we work incredibly hard at. put our hearts and souls and blood, sweat, and tears into it. And it's very different. It's very weird and strange, but I hope people will get it anyway. I don't know. I have no idea.
They're gonna love
this
it.
is the first time I actually like see people I don't know listen to our music. So I don't know. Like it's really exciting. And I was like, yeah, okay, this is our 11th album, but I'm still nervous about it.
Well, let's go back for a moment.
Sure.
You and Nicholas started this project 1989. What made you guys want to start a band?
We were bored. We were sitting around in our room just listening to metal, writing to fanzines, like reading magazines, and like just trying to kind of get a grasp of the whole kind of underground movement of death metal at the time. And we were just fascinated. We loved it, and it was such an exciting time, for music in our minds. And we were kids like that, and we were like, hey, why don't we start a band? Let's buy some guitars and see what happens. Then we told our best friends, it was like, Anders, you're a sports guy, he's strong, you can play drums. Martin, you play bass, and Anders, you sing. And pretty much that.
Just kind of all fell into place.
We all lived on the same street in a suburb of Gothenburg, and it's like, yeah, let's see if it works. Like, just have some fun, just to hang out and have something to do, And we were inspired by, our friends like Grotesque, which later became At the Gates and Massive Tide. So, like, all my friends were into metal at the time, so it was just the most natural thing in the world for us. Then it just kept going.
And you're still going.
Yeah, what the hell happened, right?
Well, you guys are one of the few pioneers of the Swedish metal scene that are still going strong. But what was it like when the Swedish metal scene started blowing up and your band started blowing up?
I remember it just being weird. Like, I didn't get it. Like, all we wanted to do was just hang out and write music. Be creative. Like, do something about all the frustration we were feeling or whatever. When you're 19 years old. And then all of a sudden, like, we got a record deal. Whoa, what the fuck? And then another record deal. Like, and then it's like, oh, do you want to go on tour? And we're like, what? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do that. And then, so then in like 96 or something like that, 95, when like the Gallery came out and At the Gates released Sword of the Soul, and In Flames released Clayman, the Just Erase rather. And it was like, whoa. Like, all of a sudden, like, people started noticing the music that was coming out of Sweden and specifically Gothenburg. And we were like, wow, maybe there was something to this, after all. Like, because when we started out, we wanted to, like, take all the elements of all the different kind of music that we were into, all the influences we had, and just make something that was different out of all this stuff that we love, So our first album, we had like all the clean vocals and keyboards and acoustic guitars, all that stuff, just because we could, And a lot of people questioned it. Even like some of our closest friends were like, "What the fuck? I thought you were death metal. Like, what's going on?" But we were like, "Oh, we just want to try and see what happens." And our philosophy was always like, if the five of us can dig it and we can kind of agree that this is something cool, maybe five other guys will like it, and then another five guys, and then eventually it will work. And I guess it did.
Definitely did. Now, you're a rarity as a vocalist because not only can you scream, but you also have this beautiful, full baritone voice. Where did you learn to do both so successfully?
From listening to metal and music. Honestly, like,
So you learned on your own, taught yourself?
Screaming along with my favorite vocalist, singing along with my favorite records. Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome, though. So when you're songwriting, what makes you decide, I want to scream here, I want to sing here? And sometimes you do like a talk, singy, kind of raspy voice.
I do whatever feels natural. Like, so whenever like a song is getting ready, like kind of finished, like we record a demo of it, and I take it to my little home studio thing, and I listen to it, and I go, all right. Then I immediately record like what comes to mind, like what my initial kind of like idea would be. It's like just to remember that. So sometimes, and then I start writing and like figure it out, and then I kind of go back to that original recording to see if it's even close. And normally it's kind of like spot on, because for me it's just an instinct, like, oh, this is what the song needs. And then of course that informs the lyrics as well. Like if it's like a melody or like a verse or a chorus, whatever, then the lyrics will kind of reflect something different. So it's for me it's just a different way of expressing myself. I love the screaming because I have a lot of anger in me apparently, and it's frustration that I want to get out. But there's also other stuff that I like to write about and sing about. So it's like then we need a different form of expression.
So what would you say is one of the craziest things that has ever happened to you on stage?
What was it like? This summer, it was kind of crazy. Like I'm really into assistance for handicapped people. That's my day job at home. Like I care a lot about like how
Oh, wow.
the less fortunate like are able to kind of get through their daily life. And like, so that's a big thing for me. So we played a show in where was it? Like Germany somewhere. And this disabled guy in a wheelchair is crowd surfing up to me, and I've seen him before, like at another show, and I talked to him a little bit, and he knows like what I do for a living and stuff like that. So he was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna show that I can do all the things that everybody else is doing, like because that's a thing." You know? So he crowd surfed like on his wheelchair all the way like from the back of the audience, and I got to kind of grab him and just help him down and just into the photo pit, and it's like I wheeled him off like while I was still singing, and I was like. That felt fucking awesome. Like I was so happy for him. Like he's such a cool dude, and we got to hang out afterwards. And I was like, I'm so glad. And it was the first time we ever did it.
Wow.
And he was super scared, but it was like this time we're going to do it. So that was awesome.
Well, thank you so much for answering all of my questions. And I know you're going to kick ass on the road.
Well, we will try.
And for those of you watching at home, pick up their brand new album, Atoma. You can pick it up on their website at darktranquillity.com. And you can also buy tickets to a show near you, so check it out, guys.
Let's do it. See you guys.
are all Swedish metal related, so we know we're gonna get something good. Let's do it, guys. Question number 11 is, why is Swedish metal so important to you? Rob?
Well, first of all, because Yngwie Malmsteen, and I love the technicality and the off-time writing. It's amazing.
Why is Swedish metal so important to all of us? Because for a lot of us in the early 90s, they created a sound that hadn't been touched by any band. You had the black metal movement at first, but these guys found the perfect match when all of the thrashiness was at the epitome of their sound, and these guys were able not only to mix sound, lyrical work, they projected a good image like this goddamn fucking band, and here we are nowadays. What, 15 years later? They are the kings, undoubtedly, the kings of Swedish melodic death metal.
Because they're part of like the pioneers of metal that's, in my opinion, the best.
Why is Swedish metal so important to you?
Swedish metal to me is so important because it's meaningful, it talks to me, and honestly Swedish metal is a lot more, you know, it's a lot more inspirational, more than American metal, in my opinion at least.
How about you, sir?
American metal is pure crap compared to Swedish metal.
Yeah!
Without Swedish metal, all these American bands would be nowhere, man. I swear to God. Dark Tranquillity is a huge inspiration for me and my music, and fuck yeah. Swedish metal! Swedish metal!
Swedish metal is so important for the simple fact that it has heavily influenced a lot of the other genres of heavy metal across the board throughout all the countries. I know as an American metal musician, Sweden and the founding fathers, Dark Tranquillity, At the Gates, In Flames, those three bands solidified a sound and a vibe that bands have been trying to emulate ever since, and without them you wouldn't have 90% of the bands you have out there today. So that, skål.
It's one of my favorite genres. It's some of the best melodic stuff out there. Great bands. It's fucking rad.
So many unbelievable bands. The way they combined melody with brutality was just second to none. You got At the Gates, In Flames, Dark Tranquillity, Haunted, Arch Enemy, just endless amazing bands from Sweden. It's definitely going to be one of the capitals for metal in the whole world. I love it.
It's the best fucking thing in the world.
Great answer. Thank you.
Don't remember where I was.
There's nothing I like better than being on stage and performing for our fans. One of our songs that connects best with our audience is A Tout le Monde. And from now on, it will not only be a song, it will also be a beer. My beer. A good, quality, real tasty craft beer. A Tout le Monde. It means to everybody. Every music fan knows it's the perfect name for a song. Now, it's also a perfect name for a beer. I had the idea of making my own beer, but under one condition. Absolutely no bullshit. It was a no-brainer to choose Unibrew. Like Megadeth, it's the seal of quality, and this beer deserves it. Put some loud music on and find out for yourself. The next round is on me.
Doing the Wheel of Misfortune, and we landed on, why is Swedish metal so important to you? Joe, spotlight's on you. What would you say?
Diversity. I mean, first word that comes to my mind, definitely diversity. Aggression, you know. All these bands, especially from Gothenburg, you know, not only did they do something really special when they first came out naturally, but they're still doing it, you know. You look at Meshuggah, new album just came out. In Flames, new album just came out. Dark Tranquillity, new album just came out. The Haunted put out a record not too long ago. Anytime I see any of those bands on stage, I'm always, you know, into it. It's not like, oh, I gotta go get a beer. It's always like they just consume you. They just have this very special element, which reminds me, in a way, of what the New York City music scene when it comes to hardcore, punk rock, and of course metal has, which is like a very unique taste, which just works, man. It just works for my earbuds, and a lot of people out there love Swedish metal, of course.
Yeah, what a great testament to the quality of that scene is that you were able to walk around a place in Brooklyn and everybody knows about it. So there you go, right there, right? It doesn't, you can't say much more than that all the way from Sweden, there's a lot of fans right here in Brooklyn. You could say what you want. For some people, like in the 80s especially, a lot of people thought metal was watered down here in the States. But I feel like Sweden really always kind of hung in there and made it really heavy and hard, and that's what it is right now, yeah.
Definitely. Well, I would say it was really cool learning about how the scene started in Sweden from Mike from Dark Tranquillity. And I like that it was just there. They just walked in and they were just a part of it, and that transpired here in the U.S. as well. But I also love how fearless the music is. That, you know, being hardcore and metal can also mean having operatic elements or piano elements or violins. Right. I just love the musicianship of Swedish metal. And that's why it's special to me.
Hell yeah. And I'm tired of sitting here talking to you guys. I love you guys. But I want to, Dark Tranquillity is at DUFF'S right now, and we're sitting here talking to each other.
All right, let's go do something else.
Let's go drink with them.
All right, let's go.
We got to thank everybody, and keep watching and tell your friends, because no one else is doing this. We're telling you all about the metal world. You got the videos, you got the performances, the interviews, us blabbing about music. Hey, come on, check it out and tell your friends, okay?
Yes.
Share on Facebook. You can comment at the bottom. Let us know what your favorite thing about Swedish metal is. You can tell us what you like, what you don't like.
Danish metal, Finnish metal, anything.
Anything goes on the No Limits music show.
That's right.
It's no limit.
Hence the title.
Oh.
We want to thank Dark Tranquillity, David, Sully, Sabrina, Dennis, and the entire No Limits music show crew. Obviously, you guys for watching. And Jimmy and everybody from DUFF'S, because they get it and they represent heavy metal 24/7, no matter what's going on. DUFF'S is always open.
Indeed. Hey, we'll see you next time, and keep rocking, guys.
Hell yeah.
What you like